जानामि धर्मं न च मे प्रवृत्तिर् जानामि धर्मं न च मे निवृत्ति त्वया स्वामिनः हृदयस्थितेन यथा नियुक्तो अस्मि तथा करोमि अंतराय तिमिरोग शांतये श्रेष्ठ शक्ति करुणारुणा प्रभम संतनोतु मुनिवृंद सेवितम भावगम्यम अनिशम शिवम महा करुणापूरे चित्तां सच्चिद्रूपां परां दिव्यां ब्रह्म सचरीं तुर्यां बगलां शक्तिं प्रणोमि सौभाग्यां यत् कारुण्यं वेक्ष भाव भरितं सानंद गीतं सतां चिंता निपुणैः शुद्धमतयो ये साधका सज्जनाः तेषां लब्ध कृपालवेन जननी बोधोदयो में अभवत् तद्वृत्तं विनिवेद सांप्रत महं तोषां परम प्राप्तवान्. Namaskar to everyone, all those who are present today on the auspicious occasion of Mahamahesvaracharya Abhinavagupta Jayanti. Jayanti stands for Satata Jayanshil, means consistently winning. In Malini Vijayottar Tantra, Shri Malini Vijayottar Tantra first shlok says Jayanti Jagadananda Vipakshapana, means the one who is consistently winning and is capable to produce his enemies also, and always resorts in the state of Jagadananda. Jagadananda is supreme state of Anand in this Advaita Shaiva Parampara. So such is Shiv, and he is Satat Jayanshi, which means consistently winning. So Jayanti is used for such a phenomenal personality whose works and life has breached the limit of time. So such people so the birth anniversary of such people is said to be Jayanti. So on this occasion of Acharya Abhinavagupta Jayanti, I first of all do pranam to him because he is Acharya of Acharyas. And then I would move on to the topic, which is Guru Bhakti of Mahamahesvaracharya Abhinavagupta Ji. Nowadays, everyone wants to become a Siddha Tantric or Agamik, I shall say. But the thing is, they do not know that how to become such. So the entire tantric sadhana lies in the feet of Guru. And as much as you are devoted towards your Guru and Parashakti or your Ishta Devata, that much be your inclination towards success, and that must be your enlightenment. That much would be your enlightenment. Now, the problem is that nowadays people consider the Guru as buddy, their friend. Because most of the educations today are arthakari vidya, means those which are for the sake of earning money. So in this modern education system, it is said that teacher shall be friendly. So the subordination has eloped. The subordination of Guru Shishya Parampara has eloped. In Tantra Sadhana, this cannot work. In Tantra Sadhana, you cannot be friendly with your Guru. And even in Advaita Marg, in Shri Lalitopakhyan, it is clearly mentioned that in Advaita Marg also, if your relation with Guru would be of Dvaita Bhav only, and that too Dasya Bhakti only. Bhakti is of 5 types. So Shanta Bhav, then Madhura Bhakti, Sakhya Bhav, Vatsalya, and then Dasya. So Dasya Bhakti only could be there. No other form of Bhakti could be there with Guru. So in order to understand how one shall be devoted towards Guru, it is important to look at the life of such Gurus only who are Siddh, who are incarnated Siddh. So who else other than Mahamahesvaracharya Abhinavagupta could be better example for this purpose? So that's why today we would look into the life of Acharya in terms of his Guru Bhakti only. So first of all, to understand that how Acharya, this discussion would be divided into 2 parts. First, or in few parts. So first part would show that how Acharya represents himself in his scriptures, and then we would see how he is devoted towards Guru. So his presentation towards common people, to his pupils and people like us, we are also his pupil only, and then his devotion towards Guru. So we will see that how his personality varies in these 2 frames. So while telling about himself, whenever he starts writing, he starts with a shlok, Vimal Kalashraya Abhinav सृष्टि अभिनव सृष्टि महाजननी भरित तनुष पंचमुख गुप्त रुचिर जनकः तद उभय आमर स्फुरत विसर्गमयम हृदयम अनुत्तरम अमृत कुलम्बम संस्फुरात. This is his signature shlok. In most of his works, you would see that he has started with this shlok. In Tantra Lok Paratantrika also starts with this. So here he says, Vimal Kala Shraya Abhinav Srishti Mahajani, means Vimal Kala is name of his mother also. Otherwise, Vimal Kala would also stand for Kala without impurities. So Kala without impurities is Shanta or Shanta Tita Kala. So he declares, Vimal Kala Shraya, while taking refuge to Vimal Kala, Abhinav Srishti Mahajani, Maha stands for Bhairav Bhav. Aham is for Bhairavi Bhav and Maha is for Bhairav Bhav, means Maha stands for removal of all kinds of doubts. This is Sanghara Avastha, state of Samhar, where all the doubts are clarified. Vimal Kalashra Abhinav Srishti Mahajanani. So means Abhinav Srishti Mahajanani, Abhinav Gupta has evolved and all the doubts should be cleared. And from how he has evolved, so he clarified it. He says Vimal Kalashraya. He says Vimal Kalashraya, while taking refuge of Vimal Kala, means Shuddha Kala, means Shanta Tita Kala. Shanta Tita means Visarga Bhumi. So he declares himself the way Bhagwan Shri Krishna told to Arjun, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Mashucha. Same way, because Sanshayatma Vinashyati. So if you would not have trust on your Guru, you would not be able to believe on him, and then your devotion would not inculcate, and when your devotion would not inculcate, all your efforts would be waste. So first of all, dead devotion shall be there. Whatever he says and whatever he does is correct. So for the sake of such kind of devotion, it is important that you shall know his real self. So if suppose Bhagwan Shiva has to, as Bhagwan Krishna had to tell about himself, so who else can tell better than himself? Because there is no one else other than Bhagwan Shri Krishna. So that's why he had to tell about himself. He deliberated, he did Vimarsha of his Virat Swarup in front of Arjun. He gave him Upadesh of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And after that, by the virtue of that knowledge only, he was able to fight. So in order to inculcate the faith, he himself deliberated in all his features, all his entire nature. Same thing Mahamahesvaracharya Abhinavagupta does when he starts writing his scriptures. So here he clarifies that I have come into being, I have incarnated in order. Janani means took birth for the sake of removal of all that out there, and number of meanings of this shlok. And even Jarath also says that who would like to incite the Vetal. So he gives one or two meanings, and then he says that who would like to incite the Vetal. So he leaves it and moves on. And Acharya also says that these like he has written, so this is Sutra only. So Sutra has hundreds of meanings. And it is duty of pupil to do sadhana, and then by the grace of Guru and Bhagavati, churn out more further meanings of those sutras. These only are realization of Shishya, and these only are like result of your examination, your test, which you consistently give on the name of sadhana. In 37th Ahanik of Tantra Lok, Acharya Abhinavagupta Ji declares that he is Jīvanmukta. While declaring this thing, he says that it is very famous that I am son of Nrisimhagupta, and my mother was born, means his mother was born when he was a kid. He also says that from this relation is with mother only, and this causes bondage. So as his mother passed away in his early life, he is free from all the bonds. This is like Shlesh is here. So he has immense devotion for his mother. In Shakti Sadhana, it is very important that you have devotion for your mother. If it is not there, as much devotion for your mother is there, as much you would rise. You would see the life of Ramakrishna Paramahansa Ji. Throughout it, even after taking sannyas, he used to serve his mother. Swami Vishuddhananda Paramahansa, while giving up his mortal body, while laying down in his room, he looked at his picture of his mother. He was Jīvanmukta, but he looked at picture of his mother and did pranam before leaving his body. This is devotion for his mother. So you would see, and all these are Shaktacharya. Even Mahamahesvaracharya Abhinavagupta Ji also has immense devotion and love for his mother. But it's like there is a song in Zindagi. So that way he tries to tell his mother, okay, it's okay that you left me and I have become Jīvanmukta. I am not at all. I am not at all agitated because you left me alone. But his heart cries consistently. He lost his mother in his early age, and continuous in throughout his writings, you would find that he consistently remembers his mother. Even while starting Tantra Lok, after writing this Vimala Kalashraya, he does Tantra Lok is called Ashesh Agamopanishad. It is known as Shaiva Granth. But if you would look at Tantra Lok, its name is Tantra. It is Tantra, and he starts while worshipping with Para Shakti, Apara Shakti, and Para Shakti. Then he does worship of Ganesh and Bhatogan. Then he does worship of Gurus. Shivopasana is not there in this sequence. Maybe later on it is there in so many sequences. He tells so many things about Bhagwan Shiv. But while writing, I shall say writing Mangalacharan, he does not do this thing. He shows his devotion towards Shakti only. Even concluding Paratrimshika and other scriptures in Paratrimshika, in the end he says, what he says, that it is grace of mother only, by the virtue of which he was able to write Vyakhyadi Karma Paripati Pade Niyukto Yushma Bhirasmi Guru Bhavam Anupravishya. You have engaged me to write this Vyakhya while settling me on the position of Guru. Vakchit Chapalamidam Mamatena Devyast Chakracharu Chaturisthataya Kshamadvam. So this way he says that this potential has come to me because you have placed me on that position. He says some tantric things also. I would not take all those things up. So this way it shows that his devotion, and then he declares that he is Jīvanmukta. And later on further he says that Tasmad Vivechi Samast Padartha Jata Labdhvapi Dehe Padvim Parmesha Putam. Means he says that his body is not an ordinary body, it is Deha Padavi. It is a state which has been energized by Parameshwar. Parameshwar means Parameshwar Shiva himself. Prapta Bhayo Abhinavagupta Pada Vidhana Praveshayat Trik Satattvamidam Nigudham. He says that by the virtue of this, he has attained the state of Abhinavagupta. Abhinavagupta also is a state as per him. Like Jagdanand is like a Paramahans is there, so many states are there in sadhana. So Abhinavagupta also is state. Sansiddhi, Guru, Kalpit, Guru, Akalpit. So Kalpit. So many gurus are there which he has told. So that way, he says Abhinavagupta is a state which he has earned. How he has earned? While attaining this body, his body, he says that his body is not a normal body. It is Dehe Padvim Parmesha Putam. Siddha Yogic Deha. Siddha Yogic Deha does not have circulation of blood, etc. And all these features are not there. It is beyond anatomical and physiological activities. So such a body is there with him. And using that body, he who is settled on the state of Abhinavagupta is telling about these scriptures. So this way he tells so many things about it. And not only here, in Paratrimshika only it is mentioned that Etanna Yogini Jato Narudron Labate Spotam means the one who is not born of Yogini and is not a Rudra cannot earn the knowledge of this Paramadvaitamat. It is very important. It is very important. So by all this discussion, it is very clear that Acharya Abhinavagupta continuously says that he is a Siddha Purush. And you would not see that even if at this state, you would not see that he is egoistic person. He criticizes Vedachar immensely in Tantra Lok 4th Anik, Vedachar versus Trikachar, and then Vaidiki Chodna, Shaivi Chodna. Then he establishes that wherever there would be conflict, Shaivi Chodna would prevail. All that he does. But for Vedavyas, he has immense respect. He criticizes Vyakarana Darshan. Even he says that this means he becomes satirical, and he cracks a joke, and not satirical, but he cracks a joke and says that I never went. This is why I never went to house of any Vaiyakaran to learn the grammar, etc. But while quoting Patanjali, Maharshi Patanjali's Mahabhashya, he calls him Bhagwan Shesha Vibhu. So all those who are senior than Bhartri Hari, he takes his name with immense respect. Vak Prapanch means he quotes Vakya Padiyam, somewhere for explaining the word dharana, but Nich Pratyay, there are two meanings of Nich Pratyay as per Bharti. So he takes his name with immense respect. So means that this conflict is between the thought only. Respect for other gurus is there, even for Bhagwan Shri Krishna. He criticized. He says that Pancharatra would take you to certain level of would give you certain level of moksha only. By Pancharatra you would earn certain level of moksha only. But for Shri Krishna, he is immensely devoted. Even he writes commentary on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So this shows that all what he says about himself is true only, and it is without any kind of ego. Ahamkara nahi hai yahan par. There is no ego at all. And he also says, after writing such a big scriptures and so many, his writings are prolific. He says what he says. Nij shishya vibodhaya prabuddha smarnaya cha maya abhinavaguptena shramo ayam kriyate manak, means he writes so many things, and he says that I have put on only small effort. He says that I have put only small amount of effort just to nij shishya vibodhaya, to make his pupils, we are also his people, to make us prabuddha and to remember and to understand. He has put small amount of effort. He has written such a magnum opus scripture, such a big scripture of Tantra Shastra, Tantra Lok, and he says, Alam mannena bahuna prakriti niyujyate. Means I have said immense, I have said enough, and I would go towards what is the topic, the topic which has to be discussed. And then Jarath also says that Mahamahesvaracharya Ji tells only that thing which is important for earning moksha. So he writes such a big scripture and he says that this much only is enough. So see, if he had wanted, just imagine that if suppose he had wanted to write something in detail, I do not know how many chapters and how many shloks it might have taken, maybe 10 lakh shloks or whatever. So such is personality of Mahamahesvaracharya Abhinavagupta. He is Pracharya, and this way he shows his Mahamaheswaratva also. Such Acharya Abhinavagupta becomes Akinchan when he comes in the feet of his gurus. And if suppose we see if we try to draw any parallels of Mahamahesvaracharya Abhinavagupta, first of all, it shall not be done. May he forgive me. But then also only Bhagwan Dattatreya stands there. Means such 20 gurus. Only Bhagwan Dattatreya had such a number of gurus. Otherwise, it is said that there is only one guru is enough, otherwise you would be in trouble. That is because of our limited consciousness. Chetana, Chit, it is limited Chit, consciousness is limited. Immense number of gurus would create conflict. But his Sattark is of such a level that he is able to earn the knowledge of all the 20 gurus, and there is no conflict. There is no conflict at all. And even after that also, he is immensely devoted. And amongst all his gurus, he considers that his father is supreme guru. And Jarath also says, Upadhyaya Dashacharya, Acharyanam Shatam Pita. Means 10 Upadhyaya are equal to 1 Acharya. And 100 Acharya are equal to Pita, means father. If father teaches. Acharya Abhinavagupta also says about his father, Yah Purnanand Vishrant Sarva Shastrarth Paraga Sa Shri Chukulako Dishya Dishtam Me Guriratna. He praises his guru. His father was nicknamed, his father was called as Chukulak. So this way he worships his guru. And somewhere else he says something which Jarath has quoted in Tantra Lok, which is Gurubhyo api Gariyansam Janakam Chukulavidam. Means Guruo me guru is like my father, my Janak. Janak means father, who is known by name Chukulak. That way he praises his father. And then while coming to all his other gurus, he first of all worships Bhagwan Matsyendranath Ji, Sakal Shastra Avatarak Matsyendranath Ji. After that, there are name of 20 gurus. These names are given in Abhinavagupta and Historical and Philosophical Study of Life of Abhinavagupta chapter, written by Dr. K.C. Pandey Ji, Professor K.C. Pandey Ji. So these names can be read from there. And Acharya Abhinavagupta Ji says one more thing. Acharya Abhinavagupta Ji says one more thing. He says how one gets the guru. How one gets the guru. So he says, by the virtue of Sattark. Soapi Sattark yoge niyate Sadgurum prati Sattarka Shuddha Vidya sa checha Parmeshutu. Sattark is Shuddha Vidya. Means you have clear determination by the virtue of Shuddha Vidya. Means your Vivek is completely awakened. There is no vikalp at all. There is no vikalp at all. There is no vikalp, and then Sattark would cure. It's not nirvikalpa, but Sputtam vikalpa is there. And then Sattark would come into being. By the virtue of Sattark, and in that state, there is no competition at all. Competition of thought vanishes. So at that level, when seeker reaches, then he gets Sadguru. Then he gets the abode of Sadguru. And now, by this shlok, you could just imagine what might have been the level of Sattark or Shuddha Vidya of Acharya Abhinavagupta Ji, that he was able to earn the grace of 20 gurus at the time. Even after all these things, after saying all these things, Acharya Abhinavagupta says one more thing. This shows his humbleness. He says, Asmakam anya matrinam adya kalantare apiva bhavatya bhucha bhavita taraka sukshmatamo apyatah. What he says? He says that in the past, in present also means at his time, and then in future also, there were people, there are people, and there would be people who had, who have, and who would have much sharp Sattark. So he never says, he says that, okay, I have reached a state, but he never says that I am supreme. He says that there were, there are, and there would be people who would, who had, who have, and who would have much sharp Sattark. So he says, he directs to his people, to us, that continuously do the sadhana. And now, if you would look at his Guru Bhakti, as I have said, Advaitam Bhavaye Nityam Nadvaitam Gurunasa. So for Guru only Advaita Bhav Bhakti is there, and that too Dasya Bhav, that is there. And with devotion, what Acharya says is very important. He says, Jayata Jagat Dhritik Shamo Asau Bhagavatya Sa Shambhunat Ekaha Yadudirit Shasanan Shubhirme Prakatoyam Gahanoyam Shastra Margah. He says, he writes Tantra Lok, but he says this entire scripture Tantra Lok is by the grace of Guru only. By the grace of Gurus only. And by Shambhunaji and his, by Shambhunaji and his Duti. He, and continue, he says this various times that Tantra Lok is what is taught to him by Shambhunaji. And then he says that whatever he has been able to write is by the grace of his Guru only. Means at one level, if you would see, he says that he is Mahamahesvar, he is Jīvanmukta. He has got Dev Padvim Parmesha Puta, means such a body which is divine grace. He is settled at the level of Abhinavagupta, and then he is writing all this. And then while coming to Guru, he becomes Akinchan. He behaves like a servant. He behaves like a servant. You read his works. He behaves like a servant. What he says that all his works are only because of grace of his Guru. No other power is there. What he says, Shri Bhattanath Charad Yugat Tatha Shri Bhattarikangri Yugalat Guru Santatirya Bodhanye Pashe Vishunat Upasanotha Bodho Jalo Abhinavagupta Idam Karoti. Means by the grace of feet of Gurudev and his Shakti, my Bodh has inculcated and past bondages have been removed, and by the virtue of this I am able to write this scripture. So this is how you could see. That's why I first of all had shown what Abhinavagupta tells about himself to his pupil. But when he has to stand in front of his gurus, he becomes Akinchan, he becomes servant. He says that by the feet of his, not by mouth, by head or heart, anything, by feet of Guru, lowest body part. And he is happy while resorting in the feet of Guru and his Shakti. So this kind of devotion is required. No matter whatever siddhi you earn, maybe some siddhis are there, so you have earned some, you have reached to some level, you have some respect in the society. This is what Aishwarya Shakti. By the virtue of sadhana, people are knowing you, then this is virtue of Aishwarya Shakti. Ashtasiddhis would always show their effect. Aishwarya Shakti is there. So Aishwarya Shakti, even if you have so many things across, you are getting wealth, everything, Navanidhis, then also the devotion shall be like this. Nowadays, you would see, you leave devotion. Even in case of conflict, you would see students would fight with Guru. Even in sadhana marks, you will see these things. So Acharya Abhinavagupta has set up a benchmark for this also. At few places while writing, he contradicted, he had some different thoughts. I would not say contradiction because Acharya Abhinavagupta never uses this word. For example, in Paratrimshika, while explaining the meaning of Ath, Shri Bhagwan Somanand Ji says, Bhagwan Shri Somanand Ji says that A stands for Shiv and Tha stands for Shakti. So for this, Acharya Abhinavagupta says that he might certainly have studied such agams by the virtue of which he has written this thing, and I shall stay silent here. And my duty, he says, his duty, my duty only is to clarify, to purify my soul by removing the leftover knots in this commentary. Such is a thought. He does not say anything at all. He gives his meaning, but he does not contradict. He does not reject also. And if suppose he might not have written all these, then what would have happened? Then people might have said, okay, he contradicts his Guru. So that's why he clarifies that I am not contradicting. He is great Siddha Purush. And when he is writing this, he might certainly have read such scriptures. And I am ignorant. I am his servant. I am not able to read such scriptures. So I cannot say anything on this. I shall stay silent. Tan nasmabhi vivechitam tadrish agamasa yato na sakshat vayam abhigya. This all this he says. Then at other place, while spelling the dharana shabd, there is Acharya Bhagwan Somananda Ji gives the explains the extracts some ang also. Ang means limbs from the word dharana by using shastras of Purvapaksha. I shall say Pakshantar means not of Shaiva Darshan. For this also Acharya means after writing his commentary to this, Acharya Abhinavagupta says that Bhagwan Somanand has certainly done this thing so that we shall understand what others say. Because if one does not say what is our thought and what is others' thought, he would not be able to come out of illusions, and then he would not be able to help others liberate. So he says, Pakshan Parpakshanscha Nisheshena Vedaya Swayam Sanshayam Bodha Nimajjan Starayet Katham. So this is all what he says. Then this shows that how, with all due respects, we can present our thought in front of Guru. There is no need to contradiction. There is no need to contradict. There is no need to enter in dispute. There is no need to leave him or something like that. What Guru has said is correct. Even if he gives you half mantra, he gives you wrong mantra, that would be siddha. Because Guru has ultimate power. If Shiv would be angry, Guru can pacify him. But if Guru is angry, no one can pacify. This is Shastra Vachan. Kularnav says this thing. Now, after this, Acharya says that what is the duty of pupil towards Guru. That is what he says. So first he says that asansaro chitodar tatha vijnana santateh karanam mukhya madhyam tad guru vijnanam atmagam atyantam svavisheshanam tatrarpana vashat sputam upadanam tadyuktam deh bhedehi satyapi. Means, for the main source of liberation is Guru Vigyan. And if suppose Guru becomes an instrument to inculcate such Gyan in his pupil, it is right. This is what he says. So he says that Guru shall become instrument. He shall become a cause by which this Gyan may be imparted in Shishya. And it is good, it is right, it is correct, it is okay. So he shows that means Guru is already Siddha, but to liberate you, to make you rise, Guru comes down. Just imagine where you are and where Guru is, and how much low he will have to come down, so that he can make you able to glide and reach to Visarga Bhumi. And he says that it is good that Guru shall do this. It is okay, it is correct. So this is how this shows why there shall be respect for Guru. He comes down from his state. He has already earned whatever he had to earn. But for you, he is coming down to his level, from his level to this worldly, to all these worldly affairs. You go to Guru, you tell a problem, a worldly problem. Okay, I have this problem, that problem. My son is this problem, my family is problem, this division, everything. Guru would consistently listen to you. He would help you. Even if he is Jīvanmukta, he would listen to you and help you. Why? Why he does so? Because he has to liberate you. So Guru has to come down to low level, so that he can take you to higher level. So that first he will develop faith in you. Faith would develop devotion. Like in Goswami Tulsidas Ji says, Bhavani Shankaro Bande Shraddha Vishwas Rupinam. So that he wants to inculcate. So for that purpose, Guru comes down. So this is why Guru shall be worshipped. And it is said that while doing discussions about Guru, Acharya says, he quotes Shri Nishatan Shastra and says that even if you are doing Guru Charitra Charcha, and at that time some words of Guru fell in your ear, okay, by Shaktipat or in whatever way, even if you are Surapa, means you are alcoholic, you are Stehari, Brahmaha, whatever, what kind of sinner you are, no matter of which caste, creed, race, you are young or old, a kid, you would certainly earn the Brahma Gyan, and wherever you would resort, there Devata and Devi would resort along with their servants. Paryantavasi yo gyani, Shriman Nishatane Apyuktam Kathanan Veshanadapi, Shrotabhyantar Samprapte Guru Bhaktrad Vinirgate. Means you are talking about his Guru, you are discussing about his activities, you are thinking why he is, okay, see, he is doing this. You are thinking about his acts, you are doing analysis of his acts. At the same time, if you luckily listen to his words, so you take it that you are liberated, no matter how big sinner you are. So this is the grace of Guru. This is what he says. So this is duty. This is duty also that you shall do. If you have time, you shall sit and discuss about your Guru. He does not stop even here. He says that if someone knows about mandal, how to make mandal, how to do devata nyas, and how to do vartana, etc., such a person also is equivalent to Guru. No matter his Guru or not, he is also equivalent to Guru. Tasya padaraj murdhini dharyam shiv samihina, and his padaraj shall be put on forehead. His padaraj shall be put on forehead. This is what Acharya Abhinavagupta says. Dust of his feet shall be put on forehead. Not about Guru only. A person who knows puja paddhati also is equivalent to Guru. Acharya says that he was cheated by various fake gurus. This also was his leela, because he is incarnation. He has clearly said Jayanti Jagadananda Vipaksh. Oh, Vimala Kalash Ravni Srishti Mahajanani. He clearly says this thing. So he is Jīvanmukta, born Jīvanmukta, Shiv only, Shiv incarnated. How ordinary person can have 20 gurus? Bhagwan Dattatreya had. As ordinary people do not have 20 gurus. Bhagwan Dattatreya has. So he is incarnation. But then also he says that he was cheated by fake gurus. So he alerts. One shall be alert. And he says there is only, means apart from while saying so many things, he says there's only one quality which is, if exists, then person is Sadguru. What he says, it is that owner of Abhyasta Vijnanata Swami. Tasmat Swabhyasta Vijnanat Taivekam Guru Lakshanam Vibhagas Twesh Me Prokta Shambhunather Darshita. What does it mean? He says that Shambhunath has told him that Vijnan means whatever has been acquired, earned, shall be applied, and Guru shall be expert in that. It's not that he is bookish guru only. He has studied various books. He knows everything. Pratyabhigya, Adavopaya, Shaktopaya, Shambhavopaya, Pratibha, Chitkala, Chiti, all these technical terms, their definitions, and can speak for length, but there is no sadhana. So such person are not Sadguru. One who has applied all these things on himself and realized these things, such person only Sadguru, and this is only quality. And then he talks about 20th Ahnik of Tantra Lok is very important to understand how Guru Sadhana is done. 28, 29, very important chapter. One shall study for Guru Sadhana. And he talks about Guru Puja also. So if suppose someone is interested in Guru Puja as Patrik Paddhati, so they can read 28, 29 chapter. So, and beauty of Acharya Abhinavagupta is that he not only tells about, like in Karmakanda scriptures, only Paddhatis are given. Why this is done, it is not explained. So Acharya explains every single thing. So in 15th Ahnik, he talks about Guru Diksha. So Ganesh, but to Puja Vardan, he tells it in length. Similarly, here he says that after Guru Puja, means I will not go to Guru Puja, he says, once Guru Puja is done, Dakṣiṇā must be given. Guru Dakṣiṇā is must. This is what Acharya says. He says that if one does not give Guru Dakṣiṇā, he would reach to level of Mantra Maheshwar. So there are 7 kind of Pramatas. So Mantra Maheshwar is one senior Pramata state, Parapad. So pupil would reach to Mantra Maheshwar state, but he would not liberate for 100 births. If Guru Dakṣiṇā is not given, even Mantra has accomplished, Purasharana has completed, Devta Darshan has happened, all the karma bondages have been removed. But if Guru Dakṣiṇā is not given, such a pupil would transmigrate for 100 births. So it is very important to give Guru Dakṣiṇā. It is very important to give Guru Dakṣiṇā. So he says that Ashantam Pujet Tvainam Dakṣiṇā Bhiryajet Chishu Sarvasmai Sandadadyat Atmani Bhavitah Atoshayitva Tam Gurum Dakṣiṇabhi Samantata Tattvagya Parana Bandhena Ten Yatyadhikaritam Guru Puja Makurvana Shatam Janmani Jayate Adhikari Tato Muktim Yatiti Skandayamal. He has quoted all this from Skandayamal. Tasmat Avashyam Datavya Guruve Dakṣiṇā Punah. So again, we would listen to this. Ashantam Pujayit Tvainam Dakṣiṇā Bhiryajet Chishu Sarvasmai Sandadadyat Atmani Bhavitah Atoshayitva Tam Gurum Dakṣiṇabhi Samantata Tattvagya Parana Bandhena Ten Yatyadhikaritam Guru Pujam Akurvana Shatam Janmani Jayate Adhikari Tato Muktim Yatiti Skandayamale Tasmat Avashyam Datavya Guruve Dakṣiṇā Punah. And there is one very important thing. There are various people who would continuously ask for Dakṣiṇā. The Sadgurus never ask for Dakṣiṇā. So see, in this world, everyone has duty, everyone has his own karma. Duty of Siddha, a person who is Siddha, how can you identify? Siddha person would not run behind materials. In case of Shri Swamiji Maharaj Jatiya, if someone would offer him Dakṣiṇā, he would leave it as it is and he would go inside whenever he has to go, and he would not touch it at all. He never touched money with his hand. But people used to offer it. So it is not that one shall get in trap of fake gurus and start filling their coffers. One shall identify Siddha Guru, and then Guru Dakṣiṇā shall be given. Even if Guru does not accept it materialistically, his heart, his soul would accept it. He would see your devotion. Patram pushpam phalam toye vyome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti paratam ashnami pratatmanah. Whatever you offer me with love, compassion, devotion, that all I would accept with efforts. This is what Bhagwan has said. Guru and Bhagwan are one. Guru and Bhagwan are one. So this is their bhav. So your duty is to offer Guru Dakṣiṇā. And then Guru's duty is what he has to do. So in present time, if suppose someone has to further see Mahamahesvaracharya Abhinavagupta Ji from close, from more closer, in more closer manner, then there are 3 ways which I think, which is while accompanying his lineage, his Guru Shishya lineage, then while doing sadhana as per paddhatis told by him and by the virtue of his scriptures. So if suppose someone considers that Acharya only is his Guru, So these are three paths which can be followed. So he also says Swato, Guruto, and Shastrato. Swato, Guruto, and Shastrato. This is what he has said. So Guru means Guru Parampara only. Sadhana Paddhati means you do sadhana. Sato, Swata, you do sadhana. And then Shastra. So these are three ways by which you can do it. And by this way, I would like to conclude my discussion today. Jai Mai Maharaj.